one mouth suggestion is what I'm trying to say.
He's saying that he get ate out, meaning like he lay on his back.
Yeah, like,
so have you done that?
No.
Julian?
No. Like, don't even say my name.
Have you done that? I mean, I don't want to get in y'all bedroom, but I'm just saying, has it been like, have y'all had that type of situation?
I'm not lifting my legs up.
My legs up and stuff. I will be a leg lifter, but
Also, you would.
Yeah.
You would get ate out.
No, I ain't getting ate out.
He said
that's what I'm saying.
You ain't getting ate out. You ain't getting ate out.
Nah, bro, I'm not. Anything I gotta lift my legs for.
Okay, but do you?
I mean, we know your wife.
What the fuck does that
mean? Let's invite her on here.
That was weird.
And you be eating Julian booty?
Hey, you wilding right now. Get out of here.
I ain't mean it like that.
We know your wife. Like,
I meant that if you lie,
he said
we could confirm real easy.
And where the boxing gloves at? And
What up? Yeah. Have you ever seen a nigga like a little strange, but I hit it right. Nigga stretching, not to stretch my ears. No, don't stand or rest my fears. Playing dirty like I'm billing beer. I'm a bad boy filled with Biggie spirit. Is this your king? He ain't marvelous. I got hella scars. See me shaking spears. I see you and think you so Apollo, and I'm like pan-seared. I'm so damn rare. Say your name shit. Put her hands there. Put her head here. No more fanfare.
Hello, y'all. I be the chillest guy, stepping off my throne to come and get applause. I be kicking, flipping hella bars like a black belt in hip hop or martial arts.
In a foreign car, going so fast, and I'm so high, probably won't last. If she falls with you, she gon' ride for you. If she falls with you, she gon' die for you. Girl, I fought with you, do you fall with me? Baby, love me, take care of me. All of my niggas said, all of my niggas, they never gon' change. Shawty wanna have sex, I don't wanna have sex. I just wanna roll this. Baby, Suki wet. I might go get a check.
I believe in you to be there whenever I need you. Can't always be honest, but I will never mislead you. I work overtime for these dollars, I'm tryna feed you. I just drop a dime on these glasses for me to see you. I never drop a dime on a nigga that ain't my speed, bro. How the fuck I'm in Miami on a speedboat? All these pretty women boosting up my ego. Tell her I'ma be here forever, but then I leave though. All these niggas follow the leader, I'm in the lead though. You could've been quiet and silent, what you agreed for. You supposed to be having your money, but now you need me. I never turn my back on the real one. Sipping all this purple, I'm hoping it made me feel better. I don't want no problem with bitches, so I don't deal with them. He didn't gotta wait for the moment, but we gon' still get him. They ain't never taking it from me, cause I'm a real nigga.
Yeah.
That shit go hard.
I
hadn't heard it until right now.
Shout out to Melly. Free Melly. Free Melly. He put out a fucking great piece of work behind the wall. Yeah. He put out a great piece of work behind the wall. When you get your opportunity to listen to that shit is fucking hard right there.
He made his sacrifice up front.
Yeah, YNW Melly, Lil Baby. Who else is on that song? Excuse me, baby. We were filming. I'll see you later. Yeah. Bye. Goodbye. Oh, what? Get upstairs.
A pomegranate.
Yeah, I cut up a pomegranate over for them.
You got some exquisite kids dropping pomegranates and shit.
A pomegranate.
They got duck sauce on them.
Like pomegranates. You
Pomegranate.
got pomegranates to lose like that?
Yeah, nigga, we got pomegranates in this house. We eat exquisite dragon fruit and shit.
Find some shrimps and crabs.
What's up? What up? It's your boy and your only boy, Mr. A-Lo Boot, here in the motherfucking place to
Fuck
be.
it, I give up.
Some podcast. I'm your host that does the absolute fucking most, Mr. A-Lo Boot, along with my co-host, Mr.
Howie fucking Stacks.
And we appreciate you for tuning in to another episode of the Some podcast. Chris Moss, C. Moss is in the building. Jew is in the building.
What up, though?
What up, fellas? What's the word? What's the
business
science?
is?
Well, the word is Donda.
The word is Donda. The word is Donda. Donda.
And now y'all wondering, Donda the fuck my money. Well, that was very funny, by the way.
Donda starts my motherfucking
my motherfucking
my
cash.
fourth stimulus. Somebody said, put it on Facebook. Donda this, Donda that. Donda stop my motherfucking cash, nigga. We appreciate y'all for tuning in like you do every week. Man, I feel like we're getting into that next stratosphere of things that's going on in the world. We reached the end of August. It is now September 1st. Episode, what the fuck episode is this, man? Where we at?
Man, look, we back.
Yeah, we bite. we
It's
bite.
like 28, 27.
We here.
Never
It's a
gonna
lot.
get it.
It's a lot of
Find that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here, of course, trying to give y'all the fucking. Where we at?
Oh
Episode
wow,
9?
this is episode 9.
9. I said
It's-
20. I'm counting like all the episodes.
How many?
From season 1.
12 months in a year.
Oh no, yeah.
We on the
all
9
episodes
month.
together.
We on the 9th month.
We're doing one a month.
We're doing one a month. That's
Ain't
not
enough.
bad.
Not enough.
Well, niggas
Not
is
enough.
This is the busiest we all ever been.
Yeah. We are very busy.
I got baby throw up on my pants right now.
For real. Like,
we are definitely.
I ain't got no lining. Like y'all just got to deal with me
niggas
for me.
Going back to work, niggas doing shit. I'm coaching and shit. Like
Yeah, for real.
it's just like crazy. Like the more I keep saying like, I'm too busy for this. Here I go dumping more shit on my plate.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm trying to find the fucking time to be great.
this
I don't
last
know.
half of
It's
the
just
year
what
is
it
gonna be
is.
Too exciting.
But yeah, I mean, we make time for shit that we want to fucking make time for. This is the fuck. Like I said,
Pause for a second.
It's what? What? Oh shit! Fuck pause, nigga. Shit, just tell a nigga shit. They can see this shit.
Still, you ain't got it. You got everything but it. I don't know. Right here. Just go. Other side.
Oh, what nigga? Yeah, nigga.
You telling me the whole time we've been sitting here before we
Yeah.
started?
No, I just
shooting?
noticed, but I was like, I didn't want to be like on camera, like nigga, you shit.
Nah, nigga, just wipe your mouth. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Hey,
Y'all
wipe your mouth
that shit
in
in
your
the
house.
fuck. Yeah,
Watch your mouth.
in your house, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, it's September 1st, bro. Like,
Oh,
dude,
shit.
like
The rent too.
so much
Cops
crazy
is
shit
out.
happened in a month. So much crazy shit happened actually this past week. But like this month was like extra like special and shit like that, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, wifey B-Day and all type of fucking
Alyssa
wild
spilled
ass
a
shit.
pomegranate.
Yeah, niggas has got like, you know what I'm saying, all type of crazy shit has been going on.
Niggas stacked the crates.
And we appreciate y'all, but you know, oh man, my man Chris, you know, is extremely proficient in what he does when it comes to this YouTube shit and finding new ways for us to get ourselves out to y'all out there in the world.
I appreciate you, Chris. I'm putting all your
And
work on my resume.
We appreciate him, but here's the thing though. This is what's even
I'll
crazy.
buy you a bottle when I get hired at a new position.
This is what's crazy. Like, I saw like the amount of like watch time from like our loyal, faithful somebodies out there in the world. We appreciate you for subscribing and watching, but we got a lot of percentage of people who watch our shit consistently and do not subscribe. That's an issue for us. We need you guys.
Do I
to
smell
help
a
us
hater?
be great. No, they watching though.
I'm just kidding.
The watching is important, but the subscribe is also important. So we need you. We appreciate you. But if you watching this much, it's too many of y'all watching and not subscribing. Like,
You better click that motherfucking
just
subscribe button.
Just hit it right now.
Don't
please.
motherfucking come to the page no motherfucking more without goddamn
got a lot
clicking
of
that
shit.
goddamn motherfucking
We-
fucking subscribe.
We got a lot of shit in store. We need you guys to fucking help us help you
Shit.
to be entertained. Help
Fuck.
us help you. In order for us to do that, you know what I'm saying? We got to get that like, subscribe, dislike,
Motherfucking comment.
do everything. You know what I'm saying? Help the algorithm push the shit along.
Yeah.
We want to get this YouTube money. You know what I'm saying? And the more money we make, the better shit we can do, the better shit we have.
The better shit we can
More
create
episodes y'all
more
get.
episodes
for you to
can come out.
enjoy.
We start monetizing this. This is gonna be a full-time job, baby. Like, I'm willing to let it all go.
I'm ready to
for
quit my
this.
job.
Oh God.
Like, I'm ready to let it go
I'm
for
ready
it. Like,
right
trust
now.
me.
Oh, God.
If y'all ready for us
Let
to
me
do
go.
it, we're ready to make it happen.
Yeah, for real.
Donda is finally upon us. Not by choice, apparently, but it's here nonetheless. Kanye West has dropped. Ye is now. He's now Ye.
Yeah,
artist.
officially Ye.
Ye has officially dropped Donda, unknowingly apparently, but it's dropped. We have 27 songs, 26 up into the week. It's a lot to talk about, right? Surrounding this. So
Yeah.
we should just start from the jump. We should just start from the top We're going to work our way into what we think about the album. We're going to work our way into what we've heard about the album. We're going to work our way into song selection from the crazy shit at the listening party that me and Ju attended. We're going to get into all of that.
And that was the second one.
The
third one. Third and final.
Damn.
Final one.
What the fuck was the other? Wait, which one did I miss?
You missed 2 of them.
Yeah.
You missed
the one in Atlanta.
Oh,
2 in Atlanta. Okay,
the
gotcha.
one with the red suit, and then he had the all black with the mattress on the middle of the floor. That people was like surrounding him, and then we attended the house
where he built the house. Yeah.
The most iconic of them.
The most iconic of them all. It was pretty. It was pretty epic to see it up front.
That shit you could see through the pictures. Like, oh.
Yeah, it was strange to some. So we're going to get into all of that. Let's get into all of that. Of course, we want to make sure that we do that. But like we said, of course, like, comment, share, and
subscribe.
We have to have that, please, and thank you.
Fucking subscribe already.
We're going to rock.
Damn.
Make this shit hot. You know, said as we pushing forward, making shit happen. So, Donda drops officially on Sunday, this past Sunday. Before it drops, it was expected to drop around the same time when Drake dropped his joint, which would be September 3rd, somewhere around that time period, right? Which is actually coming up as actually this Friday. But prior to that, nobody had really any clue because he's pushing back. You already know what, it's just what it is. So, but before that, me and Ju go to not together, but we ended up being at the listening party here in Chicago, where he recreated his old house from the block. He had multiple black trucks driving around the house. He had Marilyn Manson with him. He had the baby with him. He had Travis with him. He had Kim.
Too, right?
Yeah, that were up on the screen.
Do you still have some of those?
I don't have them. You can pull them up. It pulls up every single Bible verse. Like somebody has a list of all the Bible verses. I had intended to go and look at the Bible verses to see like why he put them up during what specific songs, because they were with specific songs. So there's a lot to uncover about this and then leading up into the album. So with all that, obviously I would love to ask you guys' opinion on the outside, but fuck you and Chris's opinion because y'all weren't there. So me and Ju are just going to tell you about how it went, and then from there y'all can just chime the fuck in based on what y'all saw in the shade room. Because I saw like a little clip, like piece of my shirt on the shade room, so I'm like famous now. So like now I know everything about everything. So, I'm going to get an agent soon because like I had a piece of my shirt on the shade room when I was at the fucking Kanye West, festival. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know now, just so shit, before shit blow up. Like, don't try to like ask me for like no bread and shit like that. Y'all ain't getting none of that. Like on this podcast shit. So
just give us a shout out.
So like maybe. So so Ju.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Before I get into my whole thing with it, and then we'll go from there. What did you think about the listening party, the third and final listening party, right before he drops the album?
I gotta say, man, I was skeptical on it before when he first started doing it. I was just like, man, like he's touring a whole album before it even come out. I was like, that don't even really make sense. Like, how's it gonna be?
It actually does. That makes
yeah,
sense.
like it makes.
It does, but it's not. It's not expected.
So much bread off of that.
It wasn't expected.
Yeah. It's like not a lot of artists are doing that. I mean, like I can't think of none that are like doing a whole stadium tour to preview an album. And then to actually be there to like see this one, because obviously like it seemed like the 2 previous listening parties, it seems like they were like warming up to this one. And I think that's why I think everybody felt that energy in the room, because as soon as you get there and you see the stage and you see the house, you just like, yeah, this probably gonna be something like more grand or like more, like more complete.
I thought he was gonna come in through like the ceiling or something.
I didn't know what he's gonna.
I thought he honestly was gonna.
All bets was off. All bets was off.
He walked out like through the tunnel, and then he walked up to the house, and he walked. No, he wasn't in nothing. He just had like black leather coat, black coat,
had
black
a bunch
leather
of cars
pants,
drive out with him and stuff. Like
he ain't talking nothing.
I mean, no, he had no microphone, so he was just moving around. He wasn't performing.
So he didn't perform.
He was moving with some of the songs. He was kicking it. It was like a listening party.
That's why I really liked it, because it wasn't like a concert where he's like addressing everybody or he's like saying, "Hey, Chi-Town, what's up?" Like all this other stuff. Hey, here's some of my hits. It was more like a performance / play even, because it was like you're kind of there for the experience of listening to the music for the first time, and then like you're seeing how the visuals go with it because everything had a purpose. I mean, they had the screens up there. They had like showing you like, what was going
They had
on.
images like on the screens, stuff like that.
And like every song kind of like fit like because as soon as it started out with Jail, and then like you just see everything.
Yeah, it started off with Jail, right? Like he first had his kids come out.
And the
they
baby
were like
was on Jail though, right?
Yes, and the baby out like soon as his verse came in, here comes the baby coming out the house. Like,
Yeah.
where did this motherfucker come from?
Out of nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Out of
Straight
nowhere.
from an HIV convention. Shit.
Yeah, oh my God.
But y'all gonna cancel me too?
No,
Fuck y'all.
I mean, he was there. He was there.
Yeah,
You know he went to 9 of them motherfuckers
my
like,
God.
I ain't sorry, but I'm here.
Yeah, it's like, talk to me about this disease.
Yeah.
So
enlighten me.
And then fucking Marilyn Manson walks out.
yeah, so like Marilyn Manson walks out. That was strange, and then but it didn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
Burn the Bible, spit on it.
Two polarizing figures that have been,
You gotta look
you
at the
know,
message.
That was a clear message. Hey, come out here with me. I want the two most people, you from the past and you from right now. I want you here with me.
Yeah.
Right. So
The baby's tame compared to Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know, hey,
And I'll be honest,
in
like,
some people's mind,
I like the Baby's verse way better than the Jay-Z one. So
Really?
I thought it fit better.
it was pretty good.
I'm hating a little bit because I
Jay-Z's
never
verse
heard
was really
it.
good too. Jay-Z's verse was really good.
It was,
too.
but the Baby's
Jay-Z's
fit
verse was
because
really
of
good.
what the song's about.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, yeah, like the Baby in a sense went to jail because he got canceled, and then they,
in a sense, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
So
I get that.
yeah, like metaphors.
So
But yeah, so it starts out with that,
Yeah.
and then yeah, so like it just keeps going, like because then more songs come, and then you're just like expecting what's next, but you don't know what's coming next. Because like me personally,
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the previous listening parties.
yeah,
like,
me neither.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
listen to them, so I don't.
Yeah, I didn't
hear
pay
some of the
attention
songs.
at all.
People next to me were singing this shit like they knew the
They
words.
probably traveled to the other.
Some people did, but some people like once those songs got posted up,
Mhm.
they got recorded
Well,
and
wasn't
people
it
put
like-
them like out. Like so you could go back and listen to the song, not in the best quality, but you could hear the songs and you could get a feel for what the song.
People are that obsessed.
Yeah, oh
that they're
super!
gonna-
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I didn't realize the type of stand like the people that were like
And
overly.
we're all Kanye fans, but not like
No, not like
like not like that. Like
It was
people
a
we sitting-
different.
because
It
the
was
seats
different.
we're like all right, like
Drew would tell you like the seats that I had.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers that was right there, they had to be some stands. They were paying like upwards of $800,000
Absolutely, bro.
right in front of us.
Yeah, I
like,
believe it.
So
I believe it,
for
yeah.
sure,
but
they were super stands.
so they were little. He also had the album on a player. How did that work? Did y'all get a player, or was that something?
No. That was
That's part of the
something.
merch.
That was some
Yeah.
merch stuff where like
That's
the
merch.
albums like on this little player thing that
Which
I
is
saw.
another
Was
genius
it
thing.
like
yeah.
200?
I don't know.
Something
I have
like
no idea. I
We can
saw,
get into that later.
I seen
but,
people.
like,
I seen
yeah.
people. I seen people like playing with it. Whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I actually think more artists should do that, but yeah, no, we can
it's
talk
actually
about
pretty
that
dope
for sure.
idea. So, but yeah, like overall, like, so what do you think about? Okay, so like some of the visuals, right? Some of the
Yeah.
things that people, you know, I mean, the black cars, the people in the black Donda suit, bulletproof vests,
Running
walking
around
around.
the
We know
whole-
that
There's
the
a
whole
lot of
stage.
people.
That
There's
was
a
Donda
lot of people
dancers.
that I knew that were in
Oh,
that
well, yeah, so
circle.
you
I
knew
only
people
saw
too.
two.
Yeah,
I saw two.
Same,
I knew a
bro.
lot. I knew
Same.
a lot of
people,
girls. I knew a
yeah.
lot of people that was doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
How did you even get invited?
I don't
to
even
that
know.
Bro,
I
I'm
don't know
like,
if they got
damn, yeah, I'd have did it.
I heard that.
Shit.
I heard that some of
Hit a
it was
nigga
like
up.
volunteer, so it was like
yeah.
you had to audition for it or whatever, and if you made the call, then like yeah, they would have you out there.
It was a lot of people. It was
A
like
lot.
almost like over.
It was running the whole time, bro. The whole time. It was hot as hell outside.
It was hot as hell. And they were in
They
that
had
shit.
the
And I
ski
know, but
masks,
you know
like-
that like when we walked out,
Yeah.
their little dressing room was like right there when we walked out, bro.
Oh shit.
It was like so I'm seeing them like get undressed and like I'm seeing them like basically like behind this big ass curtain like up on the fucking in the
Oh shit.
right. It was
That's lit.
their dressing room was in the what's the name club. The fucking what the fuck is the name of that club right there? It's in the like the 200 section.
Oh,
club.
the
It's
like the VIP.
It was like
or the-
VIP.
like the
Yeah, it's kind of. It's not. Yeah, it's like
It's like a something club thing.
It's like
yeah, I
the
know
what's
what
the
you're
name? I
talking
can't
about.
forgot
Yeah.
what the name of the club
I don't
in the
really
Soldier
know.
Field is,
I'm
but
a-
it's like
I'm
I'm just a broke ass nigga.
Yeah.
I'm just a broke ass nigga.
But like they was basically up in there when we walked out, man. So like they was like, it had to be like almost like 1,000 of them, bro.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people,
And they said it was hot as hell too.
and like full military gear.
Yep.
So like it goes from that to them walking around the house, and you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
people were super crazy. Then it got to the point where started to get a little weird. Where like, full black cars going around.
Well, like
Dude goes in the house,
like Lamborghini type shit.
Nah, it was a couple. It was some black Uruses. It was like how many? It was like 7 black Urus.
Yeah.
It was like a Maybach truck, Maybach car, Escalade, Yukons, all black. Then he goes in the house. One point later on, and you see on the screen like something that he obviously shot prior to it, right? It was like, makeshift, like the basement or whatever. He sits down, and he's like tied up to a chair. Basement catches on fire. And as you looking at the screen, you see this, but you look at the house. The house looked like it's catching on fire.
Yeah.
And then he walks out on motherfucking fire.
Okay,
fire, bro.
I saw the clips of the fire, but
I was like,
I didn't know that he started in. But
Boo.
think about it.
Boo.
Think about it. Back to College Dropout. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did he say? He said, "Who could lock themselves in the basement for 3 summers? That's a different word, like Cree summers. I deserve to do these numbers. Like, think, woo! I wish I'd have went.
Hey, look,
I
I
ain't
gonna lie.
gonna
When he walked out on fire, I didn't know where the show was about to go after that.
Yeah.
I was
just
like,
like,
is he actually on fire?
They couldn't tell. Like,
yeah,
he was actually on fire. He had a fire suit. Yeah.
Yeah, they had an extinguisher and then use it. But he was on fire for at least a little bit to make you at least think like, oh shit, maybe somebody should help him.
So he was tied.
Yeah.
So
he was nerve-wracking.
He was tied up in the basement. The basement lit on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came out the basement on fire.
Yeah, the house. Yeah, because the house on fire. Walks down the stairs, whatever. Yeah, that was
because the album was so fire.
Boy, this nigga. Look.
And then Kim K comes out in this weird white
Kanye.
dress. And then she was right in front of us too. When she came out, like she was right there.
Yeah.
I've been a fan. I've been a
center.
fan since I was 15 years
Man,
old.
that was crazy.
I've been a fan since I was 15 years old. I had a period where I was like, I don't really like this nigga no more. Especially with Jesus is King. Wasn't a fan at all. But I love.
Excuse me, sir. You don't like your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? You didn't like an album contributed to dedicated to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Okay, look. Before I say something,
before I say
something crazy.
No.
Before I say something crazy, I do want to say that he actually did kind of take the same alley as Jesus is King. With that, there's not really much cursing.
Yeah, it's like no explicit.
Like not even.
I don't think that's
really
cursing. I don't
like
think
that.
because a lot of they are cursing. They definitely bleep it out. They definitely bleep it out. They bleep it out.
Wow.
Because there's no explicit version of it.
I'll be honest. I thought.
I don't care. Like, I ain't even.
I felt like this
It
album
was.
could have been.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Jesus
shit.
and King wasn't feeling it. This stuff, even though I'm like ready to give my life to God and shit. I'm like, I'm exaggerating, but like
It
just
at least makes you feel a certain
images,
way.
yeah. Like, and I talked to John about this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I feel like it's personal. It's for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, we'll see.
Well,
I listened to it.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely, if it didn't make me listen to Donda, which I actually did listen to it like twice, all the way through, the day it came out, maybe a day before, whatever. But I also listened to College Dropout. I went back and listened all the way through like Graduation, and was like, I don't always understand this nigga. I don't idolize him really. I don't want to be him. I don't even know if I want to meet him. But I definitely respect what he's doing, and that's what you get when you like. That's what art looks like when you got $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I agree with that.
You could interpret what he's doing any fucking way. Like, he built his childhood home, and they were sharing the pictures on social media
in 5 days too.
House.
Yeah, it looks just like it.
I'm
just
like,
the house.
What? And then hearing what y'all saying about, like, I'm like, okay, this nigga had Marilyn Manson on stage with him. This nigga
everything
currently has charges. Of, like, he's accused of like rape right now. The baby's getting vilified by the LGBT. They had a couple letters since the last time I said it. Don't cancel me for that shit. I'm serious. I didn't know.
Yeah, they said that he wanted to.
Don't add the P. I ain't even
They said Kanye originally wanted to have Trump on the stage too, but his team wouldn't let him do it apparently. But he wanted to have Trump up there.
Like that'd be
like
I don't think anyone would have cared if he
did.
Ex-president.
But I think that would have been weird.
Right. That's
yeah,
you
like
have to have like special security still.
see,
there.
but they didn't say if Trump agreed to it or not. But they did say that they told Kanye he can't do that. So that's what he originally wanted to do. And
I'm glad he didn't do that. That would have
I
been.
think it would have took a little bit away.
That would have been in more bad taste than Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. Now, if he would have had like Joe Exotic out there, if he would have got him out of jail,
but it's weird because it's like I'm not even surprised by the Marilyn Manson move. The Marilyn Manson move, I'm not even really surprised by it. Like I feel like
people were actually really upset. Well, at least online.
Lil Uzi
people.
like loves
online
this
people were.
They said that was a sneak diss. That Kanye did a sneak diss to Uzi because Uzi was talking shit about Kanye or his album, or he said something about y'all going to fake church or like listen to a fake pastor. And then so they said that Kanye got Marilyn Manson on there because he knew that Uzi is a big fan of Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, yeah, I'm friends with.
That's funny.
I'm friends with niggas you fans of.
I believe it.
That's a real slight. You know what I'm saying? So, so on the visual, and then with all of that, then there was later developed that the Donda chant that everybody was freaking out about, that thought they was so seancey.
Oh my God, he's gonna hypnotize me.
Come to find out, if you didn't know, this is what the word on the block is.
I didn't know what's the word.
The word on the block is that the Donda chant was Donda, Mrs. West's heartbeat right before she passed. Her heartbeat.
Yeah, done in the same rhythm.
It was done in the same rhythmic pattern of her last heartbeat.
Perfect.
So when you looked up at that point, right? It did right. So
Look,
I
wish one day I could just make my life into an art, like an exhibit like that. What?
That's crazy.
That's fine.
And then like all the images he was putting up on the screen of like them together, like
we
all
need
this
to
stuff
talk
in the
about that,
past.
yeah.
Like,
and like
talk about that.
That was her
Right
vocals
before-
on the album too, right?
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah,
speaking.
because she used to speak. She was a
professor,
right?
She taught at Chicago State.
Yep.
That shit was
So-
powerful, man.
It was.
Then like they showed right after that they put a dove on the screen like right as the dun like went off, and they had like a dove on the screen. It almost looked like a cross in a sense, like a dove, and it kind of like flew away. And what was dope to me about that is that it reflected, because the taking all the lights out of Soldier Field and just having the mega screens blaring bright images, and that house was right there, it was reflecting off of the house. So everything that you saw was like bounced. Like I just felt like that was just dope. I don't know why. Like to me, that was just dope to have that visual, because you rarely see, like if you go to Bears games and stuff like that, first of all, it's light outside. You're not going to see a reflection in that way. If you go to any state, I didn't go to Beyonce Stadium, but I can imagine that might have happened. They might not even have used the big screens for that. They just had their own shit probably on stage or whatever. Yeah. So I'm sure it's probably never been done, or you've never seen that image in that stadium. I've been in that stadium multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So it just looked like a whole nother play. Like he completely changed the atmosphere of that entire stadium, and just that whole day.
Took you into
that whole day.
World.
Yeah. So
and he raked in like 25 million.
He worked in a lot
before even dropping the album.
Yeah. So
that's, dude.
And maintain hype.
It's commendable. I don't give a fuck what you say, because I know niggas are gonna be like, "Fuck you, green hat guy, and your stupid ass opinion." And you know what? My opinion's my opinion.
A shirt now, bro.
They're gonna be like, "Fuck Bay's shirt, nigga. Fuck Bay's shirt and his stupid ass opinion." I'm gonna be like, you know what?
So what do we? So overall,
fuck you.
Now jumping into the, that one, we agreed that was. We all
that was an experience that was dope to even see pictures and video of. And usually I'm the type of person where if I'm not there, I can zone it out and I don't give a fuck. But that was something where I was like,
I almost didn't go.
I was looking at everybody's shit. I was thirsty a little bit. I won't even lie.
I made the decision day of to say I'm not gonna miss this experience. He's gonna do something crazy, and I just want to be there for
I was sold at the house, because that's for anybody that does know a little bit of background, but that's some me shit to do. But I don't got Kanye money. But I would do that.
It's like you and your brain, with your brain.
Like I do that, but like in my own way. Like every time I went to Florida, I always took a picture in front of my, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I can definitely appreciate how he's just like we were talking about earlier. Oh, you got a long memory. Like he's got a long memory too. Like it's like those experiences created what he is today, and he's like, y'all need to know.
Yeah, think about that.
This is what
think about the level of detail that you have to be in within your mind to create that for music. Not only have the fandom for it, but then have the music tied into it and get people to galvanize around it for something they've never heard, just because it's you and have the experience and have all the different things to talk about. Now, I don't know what's more gimmicky. I don't know what's more
may
gimmicky,
be crazy.
Right? I don't know what's more gimmicky.
Same people
doing
don't
all
make
that great
shit like
lighting
that.
yourself on fire. Like, I don't know if that's like,
to think about it.
It's
like
super,
I just said earlier.
Yeah, but it's extremely gimmicky.
What
like,
type of kid will lock themselves in the basement for 3 summers? He said that shit. What was that? Nah, it was almost 20 years ago now, bro. It was like 17. Yeah. He said that shit 17 years ago, just for him to, in 2021, come up out his basement of his childhood home on fire. Come on. You see the motherfucking metaphor there. That's probably the easiest metaphor he gave niggas that whole night.
The whole night was a big walking, talking, moving metaphor.
It was,
yeah,
man.
Bro.
With the cars going in circles. Now, mind you, I'm trying to think. Did all the cars didn't go in the same order either? They all were going.
No, they would move around differently.
They were all going in opposite, like in like the circle that they were in. They were all going in like opposite order, like whatever. Like when a car was going this way, then another line of cars, and there were people inside the cars, like walking and doing like the dances and shit. So music, the visuals cool. We fuck with that. That shit was heavy. What do we feel about the album itself? What songs do we like? What do we enjoy?
One thing I did notice, a lot of features. But the beats are banging. It's typical Kanye. Like, he's experimenting with his voice. He's experimenting with a lot of different sounds. And he brought a lot of people together that probably ain't never going to work with each other in any other circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Playboy Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
You got Young Thug on there.
He got Jay-Z and DaBaby competing for a verse. Like, what?
They're not even technically on the same song. They're on the same song, but they're technically 2 different songs because it's part 2.
It's supposed to be on there.
It's on there. It's on there.
I didn't hear
that was the big controversy. Oh, before you get into that, the controversy.
I haven't heard the DaBaby verse.
The controversy, yeah. All you have to do is go re-download it. It's on there. Like if you go and type in Donda, it's gonna be.
It took like maybe a few hours.
So that's why he was mad because they put out her shit without.
Yeah, so like we forgot to even get in before we get into the music. We got to get into the controversy with the music, right? Apparently, he drops this song, or he drops this album. Well, Universal drops it, and he doesn't want it to be dropped. So there's a whole bunch of controversy at that point because then, before, because he couldn't get DaBaby's verse cleared, apparently, because he tried to get it cleared when the management team said no, and then apparently the management team didn't say that they didn't want to clear it. DaBaby's manager was like, why would I not want DaBaby's song on the most talked about album of the year? Like, that makes no sense at all. It's a lot of people on this, so it was a lot of people that was supposed to be on it that wasn't. Soulja Boy apparently did a verse for him. You know what I'm saying? He did a verse for him.
We heard about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get on
well,
there.
I mean, look,
he's on
as many props
now
as we gave Soulja Boy the last couple episodes. I dropped that nigga off my album too. Shit.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What you talking about on Donda, nigga?
Young Thug is on that song. Young Thug is definitely good on Remote Control.
I was gonna say, that was actually a really good song. So I'm kind of glad he took that verse off. So.
Yeah, so there's a lot of skepticism behind like the moves that he made or whatever. There was another little story about some girl that got really famous for singing somebody else's song, and her part is in the song. I don't know if y'all saw that. I forgot. She was super famous for like singing. I don't know who she is. So it was a lot of controversy surrounding it. People that were supposed to be on it that weren't on it that are, But what do we feel about the music? What do we feel, Chris?
That shit was smacking.
Oh yeah.
It was smacking.
What do we feel about what songs jumped out at us? What do we like? What didn't we like?
I feel like I'm basic, but I obviously like Jail, and
we waited a long time for this shit, man.
I obviously like Praise God.
Praise God is really good.
Yeah.
Praise God and Jail were like some of my
a lot of these
songs
sound really good, man. I have to admit, like the music sounds.
I like the song with Young Thug. That's the Remote Control.
Yeah, Remote Control was good. Yeah, from the jump.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't even want to put any of it on the playlist because I would want to listen to it on the album first before I decided to pull shit off. But like, I like most.
What do we feel about
at least 6 songs out of it?
A couple verses that stuck out to me. What do we feel about Fabio's verse?
Killed it.
Like,
yeah, he actually did.
Is he the best? Is this the best verse we've ever heard from him?
Yeah, I say so.
I've heard that
on that song. Yeah,
Word on the Street. Yes, it is. Word on the Street.
I feel like
that verse. Because the shit was too good for her.
Nah, you can't do that to him.
I mean, you gotta think.
I don't even know the nigga.
Kanye took him out of his element and then flipped the song and put him right back in his element to make it a drill New York sounding song. And he didn't revert. What I liked about it is that he didn't revert to his comfort zone. Like, you could tell that, dude, Kanye brought the best out of people. I don't know how he did it with DaBaby, Jay-Z, shit, Thug. I mean, Playboy, you know.
Yeah, he's like,
Playboy Carti's like,
Playboy Scott. They just have an affinity for each other. Like, you know, he produced a whole lot of Red. Yeah. So Kanye, they musically have a lot of similarities. They like certain things.
It's not the rapping.
Hey, Kanye's gospel choir showed out too for those songs.
Actually, those were some of my favorite parts. Was like
I liked it.
I actually really
good.
liked the
gospel
shit.
Stuff.
I feel like he did that way better than Jesus is King.
And then he did some shit that was like he did some like My Beautiful Dark Fantasy. Like not even like 808 Heartbreaks vocal shit going on. Like then he mixed it with the choruses, like the choirs and shit like that. And I was just like, okay,
all right,
like all right, player.
But
it felt like it wasn't like it felt like it was still him, even though I didn't really hear him rap that much.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I didn't hear him rap all the, but when he did,
but he was all over throughout this motherfucker. These niggas wouldn't be doing this shit if it wasn't Kanye.
I feel like I just have this visual that he's like in the studio with these people, and just being Kanye, having that energy. The one thing about Kanye that I love is that even when you saw him on the stage and when you saw him performing in front of the house, was that he had this sense of energy with him. Like, you can feel it. You can't hear him. You can only see him. And I felt bad for people that were in the back that only got to see him on the screen, because if you didn't get to see him in the front, which he was most of the time, like on the porch and like in the front, like in the dirt and stuff like that, it felt like you could just tell like he loves every song on the fucking album.
He's vibing to everything.
Like every song, he's like vibing and shit like that, and like the energy was just good. So you can tell that it almost felt as though that he was like orchestrating it, like he produced it, like kind of like almost like what is like a symphony? What is that person that is like the band director?
Conductor. Yeah.
Like you could tell like he was probably in the studio on his conducting shit, like getting people to like not only be in a certain vibe. Like imagine like coming to a studio, like coming to a stadium to record. You know what I'm saying? Which is what a lot of those people did. That's why he went to Atlanta to do what he did and got those artists. He got Lil Baby, like Lil Baby's verse, crazy.
Oh yeah, we
Dirk's
forgot to
verse,
mention that.
Crazy.
Damn, we forgot about them niggas, and them niggas don't even be like they come hard every time.
Every time.
I'm like, damn,
DaBaby,
that's
Baby,
crazy. Yeah,
Dirk,
they all on that.
Jay-Z.
Everybody on that motherfucker.
On there, man.
Everybody in the game right now is on that motherfucker.
Everybody but Drake.
Everybody relevant.
He went to their
Soldier.
He went to their environment.
I'm kidding, bro.
No, but he went to their environment.
Leo Gang, I don't even know you, bro.
In the biggest stadium in Georgia.
Yeah.
To live and record, and then brought people. Now imagine the type of rapport that some of those artists already have with like the Atlanta Hawks and people at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, right? But to just go there, go and record this whole setup, this whole thing set up for him, like, dude, like, that's like, just that thought process alone is just insane to me. Like, it's just different. It's insane. It was something that was out of the box. It was something that you knew that was going to be polarizing. The album then turned it from that energy carried over, I believe, into the album. I think without the antics, and I'm not one for the antics in order to boost your album sales or boost your album.
I'm not for the antics, but I was highly entertained by this.
But this time, he added such a visual and such a. I gotta find a better word. Is it? I don't know if it's.
It was.
Is Monteith the word that I'm looking for? I have to look the word.
Nigga, you send me straight to Google, bro. Fuck you talking about?
It was
nigga,
like thing
what? I don't know what the fuck a Monteith is. Nigga, how you spell that shit?
He puzzle pieced it.
Yeah.
He gumboed it. Like he did all of this different shit with it that made it. He gave you visual. He gave you art. He gave you sound. He gave you feel. He gave you high and low frequency. Right. He gave you, you know what I'm saying, different vibes of like
for you, just the whole
everything.
That's a damn nigga. That's a good one. Is that it? The Monteith, the punch bowl.
Yeah, Monteith.
Like a mixture of shit. Like a large basin
that can be hung Monteith. Yeah, like I think it was like it's like a.
That reminded me of a college paper where this nigga I told this nigga America was a melting pot and he gave me a D, And then he's like, but I'll give you one chance to rewrite your paper. And I was like, all right, America's a salad bowl. And he was like, hey! I was like, what? The fuck is this weird ass nigga? G, I'll take the 8-0.
I thought you was gonna say like that's genius or something.
Nah, fuck that nigga. A salad bowl. I mean, like the only difference between a salad bowl and a melting pot is everything melts and mixes in a melting pot. In a salad bowl, the salad wouldn't be itself without its separate parts.
Like America.
Bing, just like America. Hey, it was genius, but nah.
No,
fuck
but it was
that
funny
nigga.
because like that.
It wasn't that serious.
That, not to get off subject too much, but that reminded me of somebody telling me a story. They were in like a college class or whatever, and the professor said that you have to answer this question. They rewrote something on the board. It was like, why is something, whatever. It was something. I can't remember the question specifically. And it could be as long or as short as you want it to be. It doesn't matter. He said it could be, a sentence. It could be 3 sentences. It can be a paragraph. It can be 2 pages. He wrote, since he told him that, and he was serious about it, he wrote the question and he said, why is it not? And handed it in and got an A. And that's funny because like
that means you're thinking though.
Because when somebody gives you something, and gives you that open of a description or that open of a way to kind of get out of it, dude, just be creative and think about how you want to fucking go about doing it. Shit, if they leave it open, do what you feel like you should do. I feel like I've lived that's how I've lived my life. I've lived myself and I've pushed myself to do that type of shit every day. So I think about that story a lot too, which is funny why you brought that up. But yeah, that's what I feel like Kanye gave us. That's what I feel like
just a medley, a mixture of like his life experience and just what the fuck came out of it.
Yeah, it's just like, and if you've been following his story for so long, you could just like imagine like all the besides all the bullshit and the antics and the stories and the slavery was a choice and all of that shit. At the end of the day,
there's a lot of shit he said and did in the last year too that I was like, nigga.
You know that he's gonna say how he feels no matter what,
even if it's wrong.
He's polarized. Like there was a clip of him. Like I think when Rihanna was performing and everybody was like super dead and he stands up and just like turns around and was like at a war show, like, stand the fuck up. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, that's the type of vibe I'm on. Like, when we go outside, like, that's the type of shit I would do. Get y'all ass up and dance and party. Like, the fuck are we doing? Cool. Y'all too cool right now.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, shit, I think we overall give it a thumbs up. If we had to give it a number grade, let's end it this way. If we had to give the whole thing a number grade, 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being terrible. Right, because we know what the people on fucking Facebook are saying. Yeah, what would it be? Let's just go around. Where you stand?
It's a solid 9 for me.
Everything kind of tied into it. Music, everything, and then the music.
You know what?
Okay. Because if you take everything with
you got, Chris,
it's
you got that look.
If you take everything with it, I say 9.5, like for sure. Like with the experience, maybe even 9.7, because the experience we've never really seen something like that.
Give it a 10.
So we said a 10.
Might as well at that point. I mean, you go 9.7. Yeah. What was the bad thing about it? If you're gonna,
because I guess if you had to do
the 0.5,
it'd be like, oh,
what's the 0.5?
It's always room for growth.
Did you get your dick? Did you get your dick sucked after the show? That's the point. That's the 0.5. He didn't get his dick sucked.
Oh, baby.
There's a lot of things going on after that show. But no. What I'm saying is like, okay, if you had to pick a criticism of it, I guess like some people would say, oh man, maybe it had too many features, maybe it was too long, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. But I like this better than his last 2 albums for sure, Ye and Jesus is King. And honestly, if I listen to Donda more, I may want to put it like either right next to The Life of Pablo or maybe slightly above.
It's above The Life of Pablo. I don't really care for The Life of Pablo like that. I don't really care for Jesus is King like that. I don't really care for
I thought that too until I listened
the Wyoming album either. Like I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even feeling my mans, and then he started supporting Trump too. I was like, damn, what happened to my mans? Like, no. Look, because I'm a fan of Outkast, they be like, what did they say? Like, basically about your idols, like, falling off and shit. Bro, nah. Like, all the shit he did and said, woo, he just was like, swoop, and just dropped this shit. Yeah. I think he did a
kind of
work
out. Yeah, it worked out. So what do you give it?
What's your number?
I give it 8.5. Obviously, I didn't have the experience, so probably if I had it, you know what I'm saying, I'd probably would have enhanced it a little bit higher and stuff. But my only critique really was just I would have just wanted him rap a little bit more. So,
That's fair. That's fair. You want to hear a little bit more.
Okay.
I feel like although he gave you a little bit of everything, he still didn't give you, he didn't give you fully like, hey, listen, we want those bars too, like, you know what I'm saying. But I don't really think he has it in him like that in that same way, and I think he doesn't. I think he didn't focus on that on purpose. I feel like if he wanted to, he could have. So yeah, that's my personal thing on that. But what do you think?
I want to hear yours first.
I mean, it's nothing crazy. I give it an 8.
Okay, that's fair.
I give it an 8, and the main reason why I give it an 8 is partly because of that, but also too, I wanted to have a little bit more of a mix. I mean, I feel like he gave us the mix of artists and the songs, but I'm not gonna say a lot of songs sound the same, but a lot of songs did give me the same feel, and I wanted to be able to disconnect from a lot of the extra over churchy stuff too. I enjoyed them. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't like Jesus is King. I enjoyed them. I just personally wanted to get a little away from it too. I wanted him to do even more. He did a pretty decent job. But I felt like he could have stepped away a little bit more. It'd have been okay to get a little trappy on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that would have been completely away. I don't think he would have looked like weird or off doing it. Like, because of some of the features and because of where he was at recording, and because I felt like I wanted him to tap into a little bit of the culture too as well, because I feel like he's able to do that with his transcend. But overall I give it an 8. I give everything a solid 8. I was very impressed. I didn't expect it to be this good. Yeah.
Best like recent Kanye album for sure. Like,
yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe that Kanye's best album was Graduation. I'm never gonna falter from that. It was too many great. It was such a front to back with all of those songs on there. Like, it really I don't think there's nothing else that he's outside of maybe 808s and Heartbreaks, maybe, but nothing's gonna be Graduation for me in my mind. I've argued with too many people about it, and it's just what it is.
Yeah, he could do a whole versus battle with just Graduation.
Man,
and I don't think anyone's gonna beat it.
Okay, so. And that's why before hearing y'all opinions, I was a hard 7. Mm-hmm. After hearing y'all opinions, I'm kind of still a hard 7. But okay, I wanted to give it an 8. But the truth is that, like you said, I'm not a big fan of. I just want him to curse again sometimes. And like you said, I want him to rap a little more.
Right. I actually thought he was gonna do some Afro beats, like a little bit more, but
that would be dope.
I thought he was.
But that's not what we go. That's not what we listen to him for.
I know.
But
you talking about, like, I want him to be like how he was on that little Pump song, like
man, like
I liked that. I like that song. I'm not gonna lie.
It's still a good song. Yeah.
Look, I think it's a great work of art. It is a Kanye like album, no matter, regardless of the features. Mm-hmm. I love the way he presented everything. I even looked up some of the Bible verses that he was. I wasn't at the show, but I looked up the Bible verses. He was saying, he was talking shit that I would talk, like faith without works is dead. Some of the Bible verses was talking about building each other up, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I get the message. I think he put it together very well. I get at least a small part of the message. I think it was dope. It was a dope tribute to his mother, but I can't give it a 10 just because.
But see, that's why I rated it that high.
But it's still hitting.
Yeah. Though. But see, like I rated it that high. Like I rated it that high because, like, with the stuff with his mom.
You saw the shit.
Well, yeah, I saw it. But like also like with the music too, because it was like. It really did seem like he put a lot of effort into this, actually, because it could have just been.
I mean,
like,
don't get me
wrong.
But effort, it didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
I know I'm describing it for somebody's because it's like, if you weren't there, I want to give you a visual so you can kind of make your own point. But I mean, obviously, I'm excited to tell y'all about it. But don't confuse my excitement with saying that it just was like. It was moments where I sat down and was just like. I'm a little tired of standing the fuck up for shit that I don't know.
It's a lot of songs.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of songs to stand up for. And this song isn't exciting me as much, but it's still enjoyable to sit back. And, you bring I tucked a couple things, so I'm chilling in my little spot. So we good.
Good
experience. Okay, I ain't do all that.
It was probably
just tucked it.
It was probably a great
In
experience.
the stadium, you know what I'm saying? Rolled up, did my thing. You feel me? But overall, yeah, that's just what it is. So, moving on. We got that out the way now. In ties to that, somebody's what? What was it?
The whole, with my own mom. I think that was what sold me, and then the fact that like you said with graduation, like it's not just graduation for me. It's like those whole first 3 albums in my head as a Kanye fan. He's not really gonna top that. That's why I'm gonna give it you know what I'm saying. It's not like I'm not looking for him to top college dropout or graduation or anything. But when I heard Donda, when I seen all the shit going on, it made me go back and listen to all the shit and be like, damn. Like full circle, like a motherfucker.
That's true.
Like if you don't like the album now, you can still go listen to his old shit, and it's the same shit that he's kicking. It's maybe with a couple more niggas and motherfuckers, which I prefer.
It's still a lot of the same shit there. So all right, tie that into coming up this Friday.
Yes,
Certified Lover Boy is slated to drop.
Oh, it's a holiday.
Hopefully he doesn't.
September 3rd.
It's a holiday. Let's go.
September 3rd.
Labor Day weekend
comes out this Friday.
All the emojis on his cover going into labor.
Yeah. So there was obviously a lot of back and forth with Kanye apparently leaking a text message between him and Drake saying he put the Joker thing up there, and then he's basically saying I'm tired of punks bullying you. Then he posted his address, and then Drake dropped like this encrypted like Sports Center like he was so basically like he dropped the Joker. So in like I think it was Dark Knight or whatever when they had like interrupted the TV broadcast to like So he does that. Like they really are playing with like billionaire money type shit, like to do shit like this to fuck with each other. Like this is very entertaining. This is what we expect from like the 2 top artists in the world that don't really fuck with each other to kind of, go back and forth with that star power. Not to necessarily diss, even though Drake has done a lot of like sneak dissing to Kanye. Like he's done an exorbitant amount of
It's not even sneak dissing no more.
Like, bro, like he really, 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 really has gone over the top of like constantly throwing jabs at Kanye. And eventually after a while, Kanye's like, yo, bro, like damn Drake. Like Drake kind of, I get why. I'm not gonna sit up here and say Drake's bullying him, but it gets to a point where it's like, damn, bro, like you done check silver stripes. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? You better not wear no 350s around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, get this nigga a break, bro. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? One of his mans went at you.
I mean, he got a rep.
This man.
But if we talking money though, like his money's a lot more littler than Kanye's.
Littler. But his
pool don't make no difference.
But he got a rep.
I mean, when we talking
shit, all our money littler compared to these niggas.
Yeah, like imagine it just off the strength of what the fuck they got going on in their lives, like they're not that far off. I'm sure they can damn near still buy most of the same shit that they want.
I mean,
sadly,
he said he got a bigger pool than Kanye, so I mean that's something.
Who cares?
It's like it is what it is.
So he drops Friday. Do we expect to hear disses from? What do we expect from Certified Lover Boy at this point now? Because he's had this time.
Look, we're gonna.
It was supposed to drop at the same time.
It's gonna be 26 different versions of Fine Desire.
They say Kanye didn't want that smoke. Like, what do we?
Bro, this album has been hyped up.
It better be some nasty freaky shit. Boy.
You can't call it Certified Lover Boy and not have.
He's gonna look
the most freakiest.
He might go through a phone. He might go through a purse. You know what I'm saying? He might pay for your Uber. Who knows?
You're just never gonna let that go, huh?
No. No, I'm not. Hey, look, I'm gonna be 100. The thing about Drake, especially back in the day, that used to make me so uncomfortable is he openly talks about the shit that you like. I don't want to admit that I did that shit, but I did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really be like, who is it you fucking when I'm not there? Like, bitch, I don't want to know, but like, who are you fucking when I'm not here, bitch?
Man.
That's a good question.
He ain't been
Drake, thanks for asking it.
He has not been on that type of time for quite some time.
Hell yeah, he has. He's
never
stopped.
That
nigga, like that, his whole persona.
No, he's never stopped.
His whole persona is problems with bitches. That's like, bro, that's literally his
personality.
His personality is my love life sucks. But let me also take you out on a $100,000 date.
A lot of people can relate.
Thing, right?
Certified Lover Boy. It makes sense.
If he rapped about killing people, we would call him unauthentic.
He still raps about killing people, though.
Not really.
He raps about maybe getting people.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he gonna put the hit out. He ain't gonna actually
put
kill
the
him.
hit out like I'll put some money on you.
And then you remember the infamous, I must have took some Robitussin. Boy, please. He be saying some shit.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Boy.
I'm just saying.
Yo, I get it, right? But if he didn't rap about what is truthful, it's like, at this point, what other issues does he have? He's talked about his parents. He's talked about his home. He talked about not being able to fit in. He's talked about, the early success and then the downfall of that, which that time period where Drake wasn't Drake. I mean, damn, it wasn't like he went from the show all the way to being like famous. Like, it didn't propel his career in any way. So like once Degrassi was pretty much done, he was a high school kid trying to figure out if he wanted to do music or just be a regular fucking nigga, and probably got into some bullshit, hanging with some of his friends out in Toronto.
From the Scarborough side.
Yeah, it's some hoods in Toronto. We know this, that for a fact. He probably didn't frequent there. He probably hang out a lot. You know, he talked about, and he messed with girls. You could tell he liked females, so he probably was a little player. Like, this is Drake's life. And he got some money, got with Wayne. Everything changed. And he still had the same problems. Still the same problems, just more money. Yeah. So
that's what
they say more money, more problems. Yeah, more of the same problems that you've already had. More of the same. Nothing was the same. Come on, man. Like, there's a reason why he raps about. Like, I'm not, and it's not in defense of Drake. It's just that what do we expect? We have to start saying this. What do we expect from people that have shown us their hand? You expect somebody that showed you that they have a royal flush to have a straight? No, they showed you their hand. They have a royal flush. Bet on the fact that they have a royal flush. It's just what it is. They showed you their hand. He showed you their hand. He showed you his hand. So, yes, Certified Lover Boy is going to have probably some of the same shit. Is it going to sound good? Probably.
Hell yes.
Are we going to listen to it? Yes.
I mean, look.
Is it going to have the track of the year? Probably. It probably already does.
It's gonna have at least 5 of the tracks.
Wait a minute.
Well,
we can't really accept that when he's been promoting this album for like a year.
If Drake shit ain't fire, if Drake shit ain't fire,
not like different like Kanye different, but I mean like
everybody gonna be disappointed.
It better be at least like 6
Scorpion,
hits.
Right? Think about Scorpion,
love Scorpion.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about
there were some joints on Scorpion that I feel like people slept on. I feel like people sleep on a couple joints from his album.
People sleep on Scorpion
all the time.
The whole thing.
I thought More Life was there was a lot to be. There was a lot left.
I actually really enjoyed More Life. Look, Scorpion has a lot of jams.
Probably the lower-rated one, in my opinion.
What? No, I think Views was overrated, but at the same time,
no way. Go back and listen to that shit.
No, I did. I did.
No, it's only gotten better with time. Like, what you mean?
Views is definitely probably his best album.
That's his best album.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a fight between Nothing Was the Same.
And people think Nothing Was the Same.
Like, it's a fight. It's a fight. It is a fight. It is a fight.
Nothing Was the Same was really good, bro.
Views was definitely probably his best work. People say fucking Take Care. But I love Take Care, don't get me wrong. But I feel like it sometimes
did Take Care have the tell me what's really going on? Was that? That wasn't his best shit.
Nah, that was the other one.
Does Take Care have that song with Rihanna on it?
Did Take Care have Controller, One Dance, all that other shit?
No, Take Care. No, that's
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like,
okay, now that you bring up Controller and One Dance, okay,
yeah, come on.
Matter of fact,
Hotline Bling was on there.
One Dance.
Wait, what?
Was one of the songs that broke WizKid to the U.S. market. One Dance. For our viewers and listeners out there.
You're dropping out, so you understand why we think that Views is the greatest.
Yeah.
So
Views was good. I'm not shitting on Views. On Views.
Okay, so let's do predictions. We'll move on because there's not much to necessarily say. We know it's coming.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic, where does Certified Lover Boy rank? Predictions. This is gonna be his best album. It's gonna be better than Scorpion.
It's gotta be.
I don't see. This is the thing.
No, it's gotta be.
Wait.
Where does it land?
Do y'all realize?
We have to hold these artists to the same levels, bro. Like, if he's saying he's the greatest, he's saying he's the GOAT.
A lot of these niggas have already made their best music.
Says who?
Me, nigga.
Jay-Z's still making great music.
He's made his best,
bro. He's made his best music,
but they still.
It doesn't look.
There's not too many artists.
As an artist, it doesn't mean you have to stop making music.
Like Little
but
Baby,
sometimes you already made your best music.
Little Baby hasn't made his best body of work.
Nah, he hasn't. And that's what's so crazy about him is he's fucking
fire. Has made his best body of work. Dirk's been out a lot longer. Dirk's probably made his best body of work.
Dirk is gonna be one of those people that's fire later.
Okay, wait.
Dirk still ain't. He's made his best body of work.
You think so?
Yeah, because now he's in a whole nother. He's already had success way too young, and he's still relatively young in the game. But I think he's made his best work yet. Made his best work.
Dirk is one of them niggas where if he catches the vibe, it's a rap. But sometimes I don't think he always catches the vibe. Can I ask a question?
Yes, I gotta ask this question.
What?
If you're gonna say that Drake has already made the best music he's ever gonna make or has,
I didn't say Drake had made the best music.
So then why can't
I said that some of these niggas have already made their best music, and I'm honestly partially thinking of Donda when I said that.
Okay, so what does that have to do with Drake's album being better than Scorpion? I think it should be.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
not that it should be. Will it be? That's the question.
But that's what I'm saying.
He don't got a choice.
No, but listen to what we all just said, right? So we talked about Views, we talked about More Life, we talked about Scorpion, all of which were like long ass albums. Like that's a combined like 75 fucking songs, and niggas don't even have the like attention capacity to digest all of that music. And if you, like you said, go listen to Views. I did, and I found Feel No Way. I didn't even know about that song.
Yep.
I don't even remember that shit, and that's like my fucking jam for this year. This year, that shit's like fucking 6 years old. So at any moment, you could go back and listen to an old album and be like, "Damn, this shit's fire." I had some of that shit with Scorpion. I had some of that shit with Views, but when More Life came out, I loved that shit. But now maybe it's only like 3-4 songs that I like. But this is what I'm saying though. Like if you go back through Drake's career and pick out everything that he's done, he's already done some amazing shit.
And he can still do more.
That's a lot to live up for.
He's constantly making better and better.
That's a lot to live up for. But the thing is, like the average music consumer wants every nigga to always be better than they ever was the next time they come out. That's just not even realistic.
You're the best ever, and you're saying that yes, I can beat Kanye, I can beat whoever.
I don't think Drake.
Then yes, we have to hold him to that standard. Same thing with J. Cole and Kendrick.
He might have a couple bangers.
If Kendrick dropped right now, his album has to be the best ever, whatever, because he's saying I'm number one, nobody fucking with me, I'm still making great music. So if we're not gonna hold those artists to those,
they over here arguing about these niggas.
Hey, look,
this is exciting.
Look, okay,
I'm just over in the cut.
Are you talking about Kendrick or Drake?
I love the debate.
Are you talking about Kendrick or Drake?
Are
you talking about Kendrick or Drake?
I'm saying any artists right now that are saying that they're still in top shape, that they're still making great music, then yes, we have to hold them to that higher standard when their album comes out.
Okay, so here's the
point
deal.
Them out.
Look,
what are we talking about?
It's
Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick.
All them niggas. I mean, are you trying to revisit J. Cole or what? Because you said J. Cole.
No,
was
that J. Cole was
and
good,
I
so he's not even in this discussion right now. So right now, I'm looking at
Kendrick.
I'm looking at Kendrick and Drake.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. We have to look
Kendrick.
We have to look at the new artist.
Kendrick is up for the discussion that he may have already made his best music.
He did. It's done.
Really?
All of his
absolutely.
All of his shit is amazing, dude.
Absolutely, it's over with.
All of his shit's already amazing. That's a lot to live up to. It's easier to crash and burn when your shit is already fire.
To Pimp a Butterfly, bro.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Yeah, he keeps making great albums. What you mean?
J. Cole.
To Pimp a Butterfly is a 10.
J. Cole cannot make nothing better than 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
No, I don't think so.
It's over with.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's over with like it's not there, but it's. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gonna bump it.
What's the name was pretty good. I'm not saying it's gonna be whack. I'm just saying that
I still like
what
Born
we're
Sinner.
expecting. Huh?
I still like Born Sinner. That's
what we're expecting.
Oh yeah, Born
still
Sinner.
One of my favorite J. Cole.
I'm expecting a classic Drake album. That's
yeah, like who else can I think of? Like Big Sean.
Nah,
probably done.
Yeah,
made his best music. Even though I enjoyed his last album, I'm just talking about people that have had long trajectory. That put out a lot of music.
But you're not revisiting some of those albums. So the artists that deserve the trophy, that deserve the torch, are the ones that you could be like, that you can go back and listen to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas and shit and be like, man, this shit's still fire. Yeah. You go back to College Dropout, you could go back to, you know what I mean? Not like in, like maybe a nigga like Nelly. I hate to throw Nelly out there, but like you go back and you listen to like 2 songs and you're like, yeah, this was decent.
Yeah, this was a good time.
It's actually probably the longevity of the artist that makes you want to go back.
That too.
Yeah,
that too. As long as you stay relevant in the face, we all go back, because you got to think anytime an artist puts out an album, their other albums increase a little bit because people go back to listen.
Yeah. Which I did. I literally listened to all 3 Kanye albums just because I saw the live performance
that tells
on
you.
a picture.
So, with that being said, where do we stand with the prediction with this Drake album?
I think it's gonna be some cuts, but I don't think it's gonna be nothing amazing. But it's always some cuts on a Drake song.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
actually,
always.
I mean,
a Drake album.
The Kanye West album back to a 7.5 because I think that Drake gonna be an 8. So,
Look, I'm gonna be 100 with you. As much as
And
I
this is
want
this
to
is
love
competing
Kanye more,
albums too, so we definitely have to compare these.
as much as I want to love Kanye more, I'm probably gonna enjoy Certified Lover Boy more than Donda, even though I respect what he did.
Ooh, Drake better not flop.
He better not.
He's
Because you actually got me vouching for it.
He's going to drop a classic Drake album. That's my take. Because he has no choice.
But here's the thing about Drake, though.
You saying it like he has a
he be dropping like Drake.
No, I'm saying he has the potential to do
Drake,
it too.
bro. Drake
his
has
music,
great.
His music hasn't like dipped. Like his music quality
But that's the
is
thing.
still up
When
there,
has Drake
so,
ever like?
So
when has
he can
Drake
do it.
ever really drop? Like, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
it's almost like I hate to say it, but like especially with Donda, Kanye, because Kanye's like a theme type of nigga. Kanye's like a, like the whole, like, like he's like the master chef type nigga.
Yeah.
Drake is like the nigga that's really, really, really good at making spaghetti.
Okay.
And if you really like spaghetti, you're going to eat that spaghetti and pay top dollar for it. Yeah. But not everybody likes spaghetti.
But wait.
You feel me?
But a lot of his music is like good for like everybody though. So
is it?
I don't know, nigga.
He got a big audience.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like.
Well, we'll see Friday.
He makes. I feel like if he was more than that, he would make more than spaghetti. He makes a couple dishes very, very well.
Yeah.
Mazzacholi.
Because he just.
He makes a good lasagna and some ravioli on the side.
Yeah, probably a little bit more than that.
Caesar salad.
Caesar salad.
He's got mob ties. What are you talking?
That's the intro.
We're gonna have more discussion with that when that album drops. So just be on the lookout for.
I'm excited.
It's
probably
Friday.
Gonna be good.
And we're gonna go from there, and give you our take, and hopefully be able to go through some songs and do what we did and give it its just due. Because again, these are competing albums. These are definitely albums that you're gonna have to compare because of the beef and all of that. So we'll figure it out as time goes along, and then we'll just notify the world of what the fuck we feel. Shit.
Hey, and I just would like to say,
we just want to hear good music.
too.
That's all it is.
Yes.
I mean, we really just care. We care.
Look,
we care about good music.
We want to hear good music.
This is all great.
We acknowledge that these are talented artists, and we also acknowledge that like sometimes opinions can change because times change, people change, and I feel like sometimes you guys are too like rigid with like shit that's not rigid. Like you're like nah. I'm speaking more to the audience right now, like whoever's listening. You feel me? Like, because I've seen the
call out
trash.
that specific username.
Well, no, I'm saying like I literally no
like
you
Cheese Eater 85.
Man,
like
you know, because you don't have these conversations in real life, but you go on the internet and you see polarizing opinions about literally every fucking thing.
Right, facts.
You've seen them about Donda. You've seen them about like literally niggas just pop up off the mouth and they're like, this is trash. This is amazing. This is trash. This is amazing. There's no in between. There's no even like, did you listen, bro? Like, are we hearing the same shit? Like, it's this is great for what it is. But
it was like comments I seen like, man, the one dude was like, man, really after listening to Donda, man, after really giving it some thought, that shit is booty. Don't ever play that shit again in my fucking car. Like, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, tell us what the fuck you really got going on in your brain. Like, nigga, damn. Like, you ain't have to go that hard, but I guess, I mean, it's like everybody's have difference in opinion, bro. So. I don't know.
It's 7.5 something billion people in this fucking world, and everybody. There's only like a couple 100 million people in the United States, and for some reason, everybody here thinks they're a fucking expert on everything. And I just want to let you know that you don't even have a camera. We have cameras. You don't even have a camera. Yeah. Who the fuck are you? Yeah. Like, who the fuck am I? And who the fuck are you?
You got 120 other. There's 120 other countries that beg to differ. Go look at his Spotify and his music downloads. Yeah. So like. It is what it is, bro. Like, he broke records with this shit for doing what he did. So, and he made all of his money off of the album and then some just by touring it before it comes out. He's the first person to go on tour for an album that hadn't came out.
Wait, nah.
I was like, yo.
Nah, fam, I ain't going to drop it yet.
Yeah,
no,
like,
12 million. What the fuck?
Yeah,
it's a great idea.
So let's move on to some more serious news. It was a topic that I was skeptical to talk about because I felt like it could go on just as long as this whole Donda and Certified Lover Boy situation. But it has to be discussed. I can't let it keep going because the talk is starting to build up a little bit more. That 11 troops, U.S. troops, I believe it was 11 unless the count has gone up since then.
During that hit, right? The bombing.
Yeah, doing it's like a suicide, but I'm not sure, had lost their life. Yeah. 11 troops lost their life in Afghanistan over the past weekend. And this is during a time where we don't know if troops were supposed to be coming home, and then they said the war is officially over,
and then fucking dropped everything in its spot.
Which is weird because I thought the war had been over in Afghanistan, but apparently it wasn't really over.
I thought that shit was over 3 presidents ago.
Yeah,
shit,
apparently I thought Barack Obama ended the war, and apparently it was never really over to begin with, and apparently we were just on standby, and then apparently Trump made a deal while he was in presidency that went flat 4 months after the other nigga took over, and the nigga that's taking over is blaming the previous president for the situation, which is weird because as a president, you're aware of our enemies and what they got going on and the deals that were made and the consequences of said deals as they were broke, which it wasn't broke apparently while Trump was in office. So there's a lot to uncover with this whole Afghanistan Taliban thing right now. The Taliban apparently, was time's up, nigga. Y'all ain't gone, and we gave y'all time. And I know y'all changed management, but we got a country to take over. So either y'all gonna get the fuck out our way, or you're gonna get ran over. What you want to do?
Was that video real that they were celebrating to Drake?
Did
somebody make that video?
The Taliban was wilding though. I'm gonna tell you that they was definitely wilding. They was partying.
They was shooting AK.
They were shooting our shit. They were flying our helicopters around and shit like that. There's a lot for me to uncover. You know what? I'll let y'all go first already. I'm just going to get my shit out the way and just be done talking.
We shouldn't be laughing.
I've had a lot of time. No, it's hilarious. It's not hilarious that 11 troops died. It's not because it shouldn't have been. But it's the story.
The whole situation.
The whole situation.
From
the whole
shit show. You've seen the videos, all of a sudden, okay, we're hearing the announcements, and then we're seeing social media post videos from reporters and all that shit. And
this is
yo.
Bro, this is why we should have never been over there.
Can we first find the clip?
The airplane with the people falling off of it?
Yeah, that's it's
trying to escape. It's your teenage son took over the house. That's how I feel what's going on right now with the Taliban. Yo, dad, fuck you. I'm throwing a party.
Look, bro, this is exactly why we shouldn't have even been over there, because this was always gonna happen as soon as we left.
This is basically exactly what it was.
Nothing was gonna stop that from happening.
So hold on, let me pop my shit. I'll give y'all your opportunity because it's been eating at me for the last few fucking days. The biggest thing with this for me was when I saw who claims to be the fucking president of the United States, being asked questions by a reporter about.
You saw that?
About the situation.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
The hit list thing? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
So he basically is asked these questions by this reporter. I think it was a New York Post or somebody that was asking this question. I can't remember. And this motherfucker puts his head down as he's getting asked these questions. And in the next another video, this motherfucker look like he sleep. Why they talking about this shit? We're Joe, wake up, bro. What are you doing right now?
Niggas is dying. Next question.
He looked but he was answering the questions basically just look, do you bear the responsibility of what's going on right now because of the situation? Not only did he look weak in that moment by taking his head and doing this at the podium, right? I don't know what he was doing that for. I don't know if somebody saw that, if anybody else saw that. I don't know what he was doing that for. I don't know what he was doing that for. I actually didn't see that, yeah. I wish if I had my remote over here, I could find it or whatever. But I don't know what he was doing that for. But I just know it made him look weak. I know that it made him look passive, but not passive, but it also made him look not good by trying to blame Trump for a situation that he actually helped in a sense, because he did a deal with the Taliban and said, look, I give y'all until May 1st to get out.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I give y'all to May 1st. We won't kill no Americans. We won't do nothing. We're making a deal. For the Taliban to be as fucking crazy as they fucking are, they seem to be pretty okay with negotiating with Trump, because Trump wasn't having no shit. He knew motherfuckers was gonna die.
They're gonna call me a traitor, but like, is the Taliban crazy? Like, to be honest, I don't really know much about these niggas.
I don't want to get into that necessarily.
I don't know these niggas.
There's no real telling.
You know what my knowledge of the Taliban is?
Yeah,
Rubber Band Man. Wild as the Taliban. I'm like, yes, the Taliban is pretty wild.
Like, Taliban, you have no knowledge of the Taliban.
That's what I'm saying, though.
So
they look like young kids.
Okay, so it's in my mind, they're just not they're just like any other militia group from any other country, like Kenya or any other place. Like, to me personally, there are people that have went against the grain of their government and they decided to do something. Like, we don't have that here technically, because that shit would never fly. But there, in other countries, they have these militia groups that don't like the way government goes about doing things, and they want to overthrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand that this is a part of history. There's never been a point in history where,
and we don't really know who the good guys are.
Overthrown another society. So at the end of the day,
like, a lot of this shit seems bad, but like, okay, yeah, like the planes taking off, people were like desperate to get out of the country.
The people in the country are scared, yeah, of course, because
like,
imagine if that happened here. Yeah, we would probably want to leave too if some crazy militia group tried to, like, stop our way of life. Like, yeah, we would be scared too. So I'm not here to like make fun of the Afghan people. I'm just here to tell you that from our perspective, right? Number one, we shouldn't have been there in the first place, right? I forgot who said it, the quote, but actually Biden said it, and I agreed with him when he said, look, if after all of this time in 20 years, if we didn't do anything, dealing with the Afghans, dealing with Osama, if we didn't do anything and let that shit ride out, more shit would have probably happened. But at the end of the day, we have no business putting our nose in other people's business and dealing with that shit. It's basically what he got down to at the end of the day. If it's necessary, basically saying if it's unnecessary for us to intervene, we shouldn't be intervening, because more American people are going to die because there's nothing in a sense that we can do about this. Basically meaning, and what I took from it is that, look, man, we've already dried these motherfuckers out from what we needed from them. Yeah, it's time to move on.
Because they definitely...
But the
reality, U.S. always pokes its nose.
But the reality is that we definitely, like, look, if it doesn't affect us, if it doesn't apply, let that shit fly. Like, that's the way this country should be working on. But because we want to put a goddamn embassy in every fucking country so we can have our nose and shit, and because and there isn't other embassies of other countries. Like, there isn't no other embassies in America that I can think of. Are there? Are there places? Actually, are there places like other people can go, like, as far as like the U.S. embassy here? Like, are there other countries that have embassies in America?
Like in like D.C.
They can go there and like do shit like that.
Yeah, certain spots have like.
But it's not as major as ours in other countries, is it? Like, we have embassies all over.
I'm not sure the sizes of them. I just know.
In my mind, it's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like we've just kind of ingratiated ourselves in a part of these other countries.
We definitely probably have more, around. But yeah, I know, like, if you're like from Russia or something.
Yeah, so we have.
We probably like
Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Angola, Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Argentina, Armenia, Aruba, Australia.
Yeah, so to me,
not that many actually.
Enough.
No, this is just for A.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have embassies here too. Yeah. Barbados. What? All right.
Here?
Yeah, in DC. You can call the embassy of Barbados.
It's one place, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, we have probably a bunch of embassies only in DC, most likely, and maybe I think one of them is some contact info for Miami.
I know, it's just like one dude in the office. Hey, hello.
That's picking up multiple lines.
Georgia. So this is just for the. Let me see. This is for
foreign
UK.
Yeah, that's.
And all UK territories are under the UK embassy, so that would be Georgia, Boston, Chicago, Houston, LA.
That's UK. That's different though.
I mean, but yeah, they're an ally.
Yeah, right. An ally, shit. We're an extension. We're an extension in a sense. So it's like, we just don't, just a little bit of.
Yeah, Barbados is only in 3 cities.
So tiny. Yeah. So that's a concierge. So that's like not even like necessary. Like it's the same, but it's the same. But even still, it's still, in my mind, it's not as prevalent, in my opinion, personally. And how I look at this situation is that the president right now looks weak. We're in a bad situation dealing with this shit. American troops are dying. American people that were there are dying. There's a 3-year-old boy and some other people that have been over there. The American citizens that are there that we can't get out. It's a bad situation. So eventually, either we do one or two things because we can't negotiate. So if they take them hostage, then it's just fucked. But if we decide to, hey, let's go over there and let's do a mission and get these people out of here, man, now we have to put them back in a bad situation. It's fucked up from top to bottom. And I just feel like if we would just keep our nose out of fucking other people's business, we wouldn't have these fucking issues.
But America wouldn't be America if it didn't stick its nose in other people's fucking business. They've been sticking their nose in other people's business since 1776. Because if you want to since like 16
because
something.
If you want to say, okay, like 9/11 and shit like that, I'm like, yeah, but man, like, goddamn, like, all right, 9/11 happened. The nigga that caused all that shit, we knocked that motherfucker down. So are they even, number one, are they as powerful as they once were before? I don't think so. And if they are, then damn, what was that fucking 20 years about, right? Like, we didn't like do shit to like completely dismantle these motherfuckers. We took their leader out. Like, what the fuck else you want us to do? Number two,
and then we left all the equipment over there. So yeah, I'm confused on that too.
Bro, the only thing we did in that 20 years is just
they evacuated, so ISIS. They had to hurry up and get the fuck out of there.
I
mean, the Taliban's strong, bro. Like they have a lot of it's a lot of them. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's their own military.
Is ISIS connected to the Taliban?
Like, ISIS is all the people who got who were getting killed in the war when we first went in there. Like that's kind of where that movement came from. Like,
but the Taliban
have always spans across like the.
ISIS is in a lot of places too. Yeah, ISIS is in Africa and shit too.
Yeah. It started spreading.
It actually in Kenya, where they like killed a whole bunch of like 2,000 people at that school. That was ISIS. It was like an African section of ISIS. But like,
I think it's
and all those guys are connected loosely with like Russia and China too.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be comprised of a lot of people who suffered from like war crimes. So and it's just people banding together like, oh man, yeah, they fucked us up too. Yeah, we're gonna get them back. So.
Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, for how I'm looking at it, we're in a situation where it's a lose-lose now. Like because we have to defend our people. We're already in a bad spot. We already didn't want to have to be there. But then, like, when your president defers and keeps blaming it on the previous president, bro, like, yo, like, you can't, at this point, as a leader, you don't blame the past person for whatever the fuck the situation was, bro. Like, you do what the fuck you need to do. You can do that shit in private all day long and say, this motherfucker.
Like, God damn it.
But in the public eye, it's like, look, if you're going to take responsibility, take responsibility. Don't take responsibility in one breath and then blame Trump in the next breath. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, you president now. You had 4 or 5 months. You knew about this shit. I'm confident. I ain't never been a president.
Man, Joe is a placeholder. Joe's a placeholder.
I'm confident when that motherfucker walked in the door.
Am I wrong for saying that?
The Attorney General, who's the main guy at the Pentagon? Like who brings the reports and shit, and they talk about like I can't think of the main person, whoever that main guy is,
like the Secretary of something,
Secretary of Defense or like whatever, whatever the main person is, was like, yo, this is what we have going on right now. You got about 4-5 months to get the fuck up out of the motherfucking Afghanistan before the Taliban come start shooting this bitch up. What you want to do?
Do you think that's why they pulled out? Is that they were planning an attack on?
No, the reason why is because I think Biden didn't believe. He didn't believe. Number one, I don't think he believed. Personally, this is what I personally believe. I just don't think he really believed that they was going to do shit. That's what I believe. I believe that he didn't want to remove him. He didn't want to leave him there. I mean, he didn't want to take him away because I believe that he didn't think the Taliban was going to do shit. I believe he dropped the ball.
And what's crazy is I've heard through the conspiracy theory grapevine that Osama may have actually been CIA.
No, I actually think that's more fact. I think that's more fact now than
ever. There's actually there's a book that came out in like 2001, and it has like the Iran-Contra scandal shit with the whole like training the Nicaraguans and shit, like all the shady
movies,
shit.
Well, there's movies. There's documentaries on that.
You can go. Even the HARP shit, like you can look. It's like a video, 2014, 2015, of like one of those like courtroom press conferences, like a hearing or something, where they actually talked about an attempt to control the weather using a machine inspired by Nikola Tesla. And I'm like, we talk about alien, all the other bullshit, but I don't think the scary part is aliens. I think the scary part is what the fuck us as humans are trying to fucking do right here, and we just think, oh, that's incredulous. They'll never do that. We'll never. What? Nobody's thinking about that shit. Yeah, they are. They are fucking thinking about that shit.
Definitely
like half of our fucking like medical history is from like Nazi experimentation. Like, we're Nazis are horrible people, but let me see that document on the twins that you froze in that vat. Like, what, nigga? Like, that's America. We're hypocrites, dude. And personally, I don't know what the fuck's going. I don't know. Like, look, Obama seemed to have no problem finding Osama. I'm sorry, that was funny.
Hey, he was the fall guy.
He has no problem. And now
that's as much I'll go into that conspiracy.
I think look, I actually agree with you on that 100%, because a lot of those niggas from the 1970s and the 80s that were CIA operatives, once the CIA is done with you, they done with your ass, and they just gotta clean up the ties. What Biden did, this was messy. You even like a shit ton of equipment over there. Like, I hope they thought this through, but I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't understand the logic.
Done it on purpose. Who knows?
I don't get it. Why would you leave?
Because now they really do have a bunch of shit of ours over there, and we're not going to do
shit, dude. These niggas was flying the helicopter.
Yeah, bro.
Like they
them niggas had like six. They had 6 parties. They had parties on Facebook. Like, what? Like, why is the Taliban in my feed so much? Like, I was just like, these niggas like. It's lit. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas over there. Like, what y'all drinking on? Like, what does the Taliban drink? Like, I don't know. Like,
probably left all the instruction manuals too for like the planes.
I'm sure, very strong.
The U.S. is no longer
Scotch.
The U.S. is no longer
maybe bourbon. Who knows?
The world power that you guys think the U.S. is, and I do agree. I think that yes, as anti-American as I can come across sometimes, I think Biden looks weak as hell. He's a weak ass nigga. I mean, as weak as Trump might have been,
I don't think Trump was weak.
Nah, me neither.
I mean, being strong strength doesn't always correlate with brains. I hate to say it, but
it doesn't. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if niggas
niggas
smell blood, they gonna try to eat.
Strength is probably not the correct word to use for Trump. I just say that he just was. He wasn't a pushover, that's for sure. No. You weren't going to be able to do what you wanted to do with him in the room.
Yeah, he's a deal maker. I need something out of this.
Kind of why he's at where he's at, which is why I kept telling people that it wasn't about him being, for us personally, it had nothing to do with who he was as a person. Fuck who he was as a person. How he was going to run the operation. See, people care about, like, look, people love, like, Chick-fil-A, right? Because of
the way they operate.
The way they operate.
It's operations.
Operate smoothly. Homophobic, probably racist. Who knows? Who fucking cares?
But damn, that Chick-fil-A sauce is fire.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop eating your sandwiches. I don't care. You run a great operation. The people that you have working for you are nice to me, and you make shit smooth for my life.
You like talking to your liberal friends? Like, damn, they said that.
Yeah, like, I don't care. Because
crazy as hell.
I'm surrounded by it. What am I gonna do? Stop living my life based on that? I'm not. So how in my mind, how I looked at
are they close today?
Number one,
let's go Monday.
We got what we expected out of Trump. I don't care about that. The things that you do will affect my life in a positive way. And I felt like all black people in a positive way for a number of reasons. Number one, it galvanized us. It made us come together for a lot of things. It made us create for self during that whole fucking 4-year period in a lot more ways than one. It helped us. It helped us to be not as self-reliant not as reliant on like government and other shit, but self. But even when it came down for him to start passing out shit, maybe because of COVID, whatever. But I guarantee you, if Biden was in there during that first stint of COVID, we wouldn't have got nearly as many of those stimulus payments. A person who haphazardly does things as Trump, you benefit from that in a lot of ways. It may affect you. It may be negative in some aspects. But I felt like it could have been enough positives for us because, look, hey, listen, what the fuck do black people got to lose any fucking way? You know, it ain't like we got a whole bunch of extra shit, like, you know what I'm saying, hanging around. Like, niggas ain't just got a whole bunch of pensions and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like other shit, like maybe Social Security, whatever. With that motherfucker, he'd have been like, look, if I'm going to get reelected, fuck it. I'm going to raise Social Security for everybody, goddammit. Everybody's fucking finna get $2,000 a fucking month, right? he probably would do shit like that. You know, like he's gonna make it. If he's gonna mandate that happen.
Biden's talking about it, but he's never gonna do it.
It's about the money. It's about the interaction. He understands the exchange. I need to consistently feed the people, all people, because I need y'all in order for me to stay in office. Number one. That was another reason why I said, listen, I'm not saying that Trump's a great president as far as like who he is as a person. I'm just telling you, this is an exchange thing. We're looking at this wrong, people. You like Joe because he talks nice and he says things to you. First of all, I can't understand shit the nigga's saying. He's falling asleep in interviews. To me, he's a waste of our time. And have we seen? I don't want to call it the B word.
Who? Jill?
But have we seen?
Oh,
have we seen the lady?
Oh,
have we seen the lady, the vice president that he put on the pedestal?
And she been radio silent. I haven't.
Have you heard from her?
I don't know where she is.
Have you heard from Kamala Harris? Hello.
Hello. Kamala ain't even hold his head up when he was falling asleep. Shit.
Where have you been? Where's she been?
She ain't got no quotables.
She been ski-wee.
Yeah. You heard her do that?
She skedaddled the fuck up out of that motherfucker.
Her ass up out of there.
We did it, Joe.
Because come to find out, we did it, Joe. Give me the next president of the United States.
You watching Netflix for the next 4 years.
Yeah. Ain't doing nothing. I ain't even heard from you.
She using Joe's Netflix.
And what?
What's the Wi-Fi?
And he pedestalized her to get where he's at.
And now
they don't even fuck with each other.
Nah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Nah.
Hey,
but you ain't black.
All us four here are not surprised because we've all been talking about it. And I definitely told you what was going to happen.
Like
I said, listen,
if you ain't black,
it's going to be a waste
you
of
ain't
time.
black if you ain't vote for Joe.
Yeah. And you also don't have a fucking brain if you voted for him either. So guess what?
Ouch.
You also don't have no common sense to know that this was nothing more than another ploy to kind of like, look, we got to subdue all of this stuff that's going on. We got to find somebody.
But
we need this person to be in
pushing a lot of the same shit behind the scenes.
So fuck that
Johnson,
shit,
bro. Put him in the White House.
We need The Rock.
we need the
or maybe we do need Kanye. I don't know.
Or maybe we need Kanye.
So
I mean,
unless you got something.
Donda 2020, bro.
Unless you got something.
2020
folks. I had to get that off, bro, because at this point now, I'm tired of arguing with people online. I'm tired of.
I ain't got.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's just it's just more goofy shit.
This wouldn't be
politics ain't my forte.
And again, like I said, I know, like I get on here and it's almost like I'm advocating for Trump, but it's not about who he is. Fuck him being a racist. Fuck him being all of that extra shit. At the end of the day, and even fuck him being the businessman. People say he's not even a good businessman. Okay. Because he's filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, motherfucker, that's what rich people do. Super rich people do. So you can't take anything from him, and all he can do is completely use your assets. He use your liquid to make himself more rich.
And the craziest thing about a lot of these politicians.
If I have an unlimited line of credit to me, regardless of what I do, whether I default on it or not, no matter what, because of who I am and what I have, I can always lean on something for you to give me an excess amount of money, and I can do this pretty much for the rest of my life. I'm not broke.
Yeah.
Because I can leverage whatever you give me and pass that shit down. So I can leverage this money and I can then buy a plane. I can take $1 billion. I can take out a $100 million loan and make another building, and then use that building to make me money, and then pay you back whenever the fuck I feel like it. So you can say he's in debt.
Shh, bro, you're giving away the secrets.
They should know this shit by now.
That's exactly what America's doing. That's why we $1 billion
shit by now.
or trillions of dollars in debt.
Yeah. If it's a constant revolving debt,
yeah,
you're never really broke if you can use that and then pass that not only the game, but then whatever you acquire, liquid or asset, down to your people.
Posterity.
Yeah, money always gonna flow.
So, that being said, that's a little game. That's some free game too, by the way. So, hey, use it as you will. So we'll figure out in the days to come how that's gonna go out. Now, back to some more lighter news. We don't have as much time, but back to some more lighter news. That was going on, but it was just this one funny topic that I just wanted to discuss because I just felt it was extremely funny. So,
I already know what you've been talking
about. On Nori on Nori's podcast. Shout out to Drink Champs. Shout out to Nori.
He be getting niggas a little too drunk.
Yeah, he be getting people to a point where it's like, at this point, bro, like you got
like we finna know the real you now.
No, because he's on Love and Hip Hop too now, and it's funny because you get to see some of the ins and outs where they talk about Drink Champs and shit like that. So it's even more funny to see it. But like now we're at a point now where, you know, we got artists that are coming on there being they're being too truthful. Trick Daddy was on Drink Champs the other day, and he spoke about, eating the booty,
getting that salad talk. Yeah, eat the booty.
And in order for me to really give you context, I don't know if you saw it or not.
The age-old topic.
But
always come back to eating booty.
What? Look, first off, okay. I knew you niggas was nasty because I remember we were having like long ass arguments about eating ass. I remember niggas wasn't washing their hands like 2017, 2018. I remember niggas.
Wait, who wasn't washing their hands?
Nigga, like every coworker I've ever had.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah, but so it gets to
and a pandemic happened is what I'm trying to say. Is y'all niggas, I don't know if like clinically we're supposed to be eating the booty like that. Like stick a finger in that motherfucker, but keep your mouth away, goddamn.
I think whether you shake somebody's hand or whether you eat their booty, I think the same amount of corona can still into your body. I don't know if it transmits that way. I'm gonna be honest, so I don't know what you're saying.
I mean, but look, just think about it this way.
Yeah.
I built a franchise. So it's the Eat a Booty game. I'm building a franchise up now. Now I'm getting the women to support the Eat a Booty game. Wait.
The EBG.
You say women to support the Eat Booty game. You saying women is eating the booty? Yeah, women eat the booty. Wait, what?
Yeah, I get 8 hot. True for the nigga fashion.
You don't have your legs in the air though. It depends.
And that nigga.
I said, you don't know no Nan that lift his legs like me.
That eat the booty like me. That toss his salad like me. Yo,
Listen. So what makes it say? Because every nigga, most niggas I know how to cook cocaine. Think they know how to cook regular food. Like just be honest. Like white brown, fried cocaine and chicken. This is not a room. This is in his book. So what made you say I'm a real cook? Like, cause you different. You are a real cook. Actually, cooking food is easy to me than cooking cocaine. Because we, I come from a straight drop area, not no whip. If a nigga doing all this, he putting air in the coat. He putting air in the coat. The bases ain't gonna get high off that. It's gonna be air. They gonna be fake. How they gonna have gas?
I didn't even see that part. Hey, that's funny. I didn't even see that. That's hilarious. So, what we think about the Eat Booty game because you a part of it?
Hey, look. I mean, it's
so sir, explain to us how this works.
Just one night.
Do you lift your legs and do you arch?
Nah. I mean, motherfucker. You gotta let a motherfucker in there. But I mean, it wasn't like.
How? Okay.
How you letting him in there?
Because he's talking about some lifting
it wasn't my
up.
Suggestion, is what I'm trying to say.
So he's saying that he get ate out, meaning like he lay on his back.
Yeah. Like,
so do you have you done that?
No.
Julian?
No. Like, don't even say my name.
Have you done that? I mean, I don't want to be in y'all bedroom, but I'm just saying, has it been like, have y'all had that type of situation?
I'm not lifting my legs up.
My legs up and stuff. I will be a leg lifter, but what I'm saying.
Also, you would.
Yeah.
You would get 8 out.
No, I ain't getting 8 out.
He said
that's what I'm saying.
You ain't getting 8 out. You ain't getting 8 out.
Nah, bro, I'm not. Anything I gotta lift my legs for.
Okay, but do you?
I mean, we know your wife.
What the fuck does that mean?
Let's divide her on here.
That was weird.
And you be eating Julian booty?
Hey, you wilding right now, Howie. Get out of here.
He said, I ain't mean it like that.
We know your wife. Like,
I meant that if you lie,
he said
we could confirm real easy.
And where the boxing gloves at? And what
he said? Yeah, because at first it sounded like, yo, we know your wife, G. Like, we know.
I'm not implying.
But
I'm not implying she would. I don't fucking know.
Like, okay, so I'm interpreting it as you saying that just me and Fatima are that freaky, and we are. but we ain't that freaky. Like I'm not finna.
I mean, it's okay to be freaky,
but
but sometimes shit be nasty though.
Is it just a leg lift? What if you was just on your side and you had to just lift like your thigh a little bit?
The only way
anything at all.
You gotta lift. You gotta lift a leg. You gotta.
I'm not getting my booty ate. I'm not getting my booty ate.
Are y'all three a part of the eat booty game? Meaning, do y'all give and receive? Do y'all get? That's how y'all do this, bro.
Like it's happening.
I eat booty. It's not like I'm not getting my booty.
How many times you did it?
Like twice.
How many times you?
I think it was.
How many times?
Just kidding.
How many times? How many times you get laid out?
One time.
All right, so you part of both.
Yeah.
What did you? Okay, so what you do? How you do this? I don't want to be all in your business, but I'm just saying because this is funny to me. This is like news to me. Like this shit is a real thing. So you like lay on your side?
Yeah. Do you suggest it or like what the fuck?
I'm gonna be 100. It's just like you just getting your dick sucked, and then motherfuckers just be like,
lift your legs
you
up.
Just like, I guess. Like I guess we can do this, but you ain't gotta do it too long, bitch. Matter of fact, come up here.
Now your ass freaky. Yeah,
I ain't that freaky.
I don't want no.
I ain't that freaky. I'm gonna be look.
Nothing, no,
bro. That shit.
Nah, look. I'm gonna be 100 with you.
Can't do it.
I just don't think it's sanitary. Like I'm just not. Like I know. Look,
but you done did it twice, 3 times probably.
Right.
You know, the motherfucker say I only did it 3 times. That means
he got
like
round
7.
up. Yeah, he round up.
No.
And you probably had it happen to you.
No. Look.
So now at this point,
no.
He mean
I put that on my mama grade. No. Look,
You never
it's
did
only
it
happened to me one time. I did not ask for it. I like let it happen, but I was like, nah.
And it's like nobody.
bro, I would have moved. Like
here's the thing. That means that person didn't even know because y'all didn't pre-talk about it, right?
No.
So they don't even know what's going on down there. They just.
Yeah, I had to cut that
bro,
bitch off.
Like, come on.
Cause
he said I had to cut her off.
I'm in that motherfucker. Like
you might have been like, damn.
I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah. I don't.
Come on, man.
I don't know how I feel about this. You're gonna have to come up for air. Nah, y'all thought this shit was jokes. Y'all thought this has been a running joke the whole podcast. It happened one time. It's not. I'm not into it.
All right. So
it's not my
nobody
thing.
else has got it happen to them. Nah.
There was attempts, but no.
Yeah.
There's always attempts. There's always attempts.
I may have a past.
There's always attempts, man.
Wait, who said that? Chris, did you say that?
I may have done a couple things.
This nigga had dreads for a long time. You know he a freaky motherfucker.
Freaky motherfucker.
He cut off all the bad energy and still had hair. I'm gonna cut off all the ass.
Freaky motherfucker.
Be a whole new man.
Trim that off.
It's never enough.
Spit in my booty.
It's never enough.
Cut it off.
This is the type of life that I
You want
just
ass
don't
play
wanna
with the
be
dreads?
part- I
Like,
don't
what
wanna
the
be a
fuck?
part of- I don't want to be no part of none of that. None of the gang. I don't want to have a past in that. I don't want to know nothing about it.
Look,
my thing is just funny because
we in
it's
a
like,
global
it's
pandemic.
It's starting to turn into you keep talking about the fucking
because I just can't.
Niggas is still shaking hands with each other, bro.
But bro, like, okay, look.
The CDC has not come out and said.
But
that
think about it.
Booty consumption
think about it. Y'all niggas
increase your chance of getting COVID.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas wasn't washing y'all hands, and the whole world burst into flames. Now you want to eat booty too? Come on, fam. Like, yo, try.
I don't think people that
trust the scientists.
I don't think people like started eating
fucking
booty.
trust the scientists on this one.
People started eating booty like during the pandemic. Like if you
they started eating before, and then the pandemic happened.
So are they supposed to rethink their booty consumption because the pandemic happened? Why?
The pandemic. Look, cause you want to know when Matter of fact, let's just look. Okay, look. All right, look. When it happened, it was right before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying?
And right after the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
And I'm like,
bro. So if you eat the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out.
Conspiracy right there.
That's a conspiracy.
Hear me out. You know how many jobs I don't work, bro? Niggas don't wash their hands, right? We've been having arguments.
We know that that's how COVID is spread.
You know this. Niggas have been arguing since college about eating the booty. And everybody's like, you ain't a man. You ain't this. You don't eat the booty. And everybody was just kind of like dodging it.
We was like, I'll put a finger or a thumb.
Yeah,
but I'm not putting my tongue up your ass.
Act like you wasn't like all in there.
But I thought you told me back. I thought this happened back in college though.
I ain't have no college. But this was a
it
pre-pandemic thing. This was definitely a pre-pandemic
for
thing.
you too.
Yeah.
How soon before you got yours done was you doing it?
Okay, I did it one time when I was real drunk.
Have you done it during the pandemic? Pandemic started February of 2020.
Okay, I did it one time during the pandemic.
Oh, that's why your ass had COVID. Hey, that's why you. Hey, what the fuck?
I'm the only nigga that didn't catch COVID. Okay, I've been vaccinated. I've been vaccinated by the booty. I've been washed in the blood.
No, you are not about to argue. No, you are not.
Look, hear me out.
No, you're not about to argue for motherfuckers being nasty and pre-pandemic and shit, and you fucking doing it during the pandemic.
I was quarantined.
Granted,
he was like,
hopefully, I'm assuming it was your now living girlfriend at the time.
That's how I got the baby.
Okay, that's cool though.
She's gonna be mad as hell at me. Like,
why?
yeah, she's like exposing our secret.
Was she your baby mama then, or she just, was she your girl and then, or was y'all just linking back up with each other?
What was the time?
We was getting real drunk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even know. Like, man.
I don't know. I mean,
Got to see it through, my boy.
Hey, look. Some bitches, they asshole look nice.
Hey, facts. There you go. That's facts.
I don't usually do this.
Finger in there. That's why you stick a finger.
I don't usually do this.
Girls. Yeah. Ain't none of them booty hole look good to me. I'm sorry.
Man.
That's just one fruit I refuse to bite.
Just put your thumb in it.
Just straight up. Yeah, I do that.
That's what we saying. Like the booty hole look cute. You put your thumb.
I'm not doing it because it look cute, my nigga.
But
I'm doing it to get her off. I don't give a damn about how it look. Like, it's just like, I'm not
okay.
fuck
Yo.
about how it look.
Nah, but for real.
Oh man, that's a nice looking booty hole. Let me stick my finger in there. That ain't
It's
never
definitely
do it.
not something you get gratification from. It's definitely for the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
It's definitely for the other person. Now, when it comes to receiving,
There's
that's not my type of party.
Hey, he like when it comes to receiving, that shit feel amazing.
Nah, look, I've heard that there are a lot of males. There's a lot of males that are advocating the booty eating. I just recently saw it.
Well, Trick Daddy is
and
a founder and a member, apparently. Like, he said he was a founder and he's an active
They say it
member.
feel good.
He's paid his dues.
Matter of fact, when we went out for my birthday, I ran into a nigga at Emporium, and he bought me, and he was like, "It's your birthday, fam." Yeah, no. He was like, "It's your birthday, fam. I'm gonna buy you a shot." I'm like, "All right, cool." And he bought me a shot of Malort. And then,
this is like
where's this story going?
Put a picture.
Yeah.
So then he bought me Malort.
Yeah.
How you my lord?
And I was like, "You drink Malort, dude? Like Malort?" He's like, "I mean, I'm a chef. It pairs great with like Wagyu, whatever. I don't know."
Okay,
so I drank it because it was a gift. Yeah, it's
Chicago's
very well known in Chicago.
Right.
It's
things you didn't know about Malort. Chicago's bad tasting liquor. It's the first article that I've seen.
Is that really the first?
Malort that hasn't already been said about drinking pesticide. Whether you love it or hate it, pretend to hate it, but secretly love it. You know too much about it. It's 14 facts about Chicago's polarizing cult liquor. Yeah. It's not actually flavored with gasoline.
Not gasoline.
Chicago flag has 3 stars on purpose. The moral is one of those Jefferson's. It beat prohibition, and slogans are priceless. What is this?
Malort,
this?
It's like a hipster liquor.
Yeah.
It's like a super underground hipster liquor that every hipster Chicago nigga will try to like just sneak it in there. I'd had it before because a nigga snuck it on me at the bar. Some random white dude that looked like another white dude I knew.
How does this story? How does this get? Let's just get it back to where he gave you a shot.
No, a nigga snuck it on me.
That was already
one
weird.
time.
He gave you that.
This nigga was honest about it, so I knew like he a different nigga. But then he actually went on Facebook and was like, "Hey, more people need to understand that like guys get your ass ate." And of course,
Wait a minute.
My comment on the status was
After
a shot of
Was
Malort.
this the first thing you saw, bro, when you went back online?
Yes. After a shot of Malort, anything goes. I'll show you the stat. I can show you the stat.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I believe you. But it's just wild.
It's weird. Chris knows what I'm about to say. That's why
Say it.
Because he knows what I'm about to say. How in the fuck does you go from getting a shot from this nigga to following him on Facebook? How did that happen?
Music. We're music. We know.
Okay, all right, okay. And then because I was like, how does the booty thing tie into this?
No.
Like, it's like
completely random. We saw each other in public, and it was like, oh, hey, dude, I know you from so and so and so and so, and then that was the liquor that he chose to buy me for my birthday.
Because I thought he's like, hey, take this shot.
I make my point to say that.
Take my number down.
I make my
and
point.
then you saw something about it's like, hey, man, like maybe he text you. It's like, hey, yo.
The whole point of this story is, it is probably easier to eat booty if you drink Malort.
That's not the
moral of the story.
That's the moral. That's really the moral.
Oh man, listen. I don't know if I got enough time for no questions.
I don't believe ass eating is sanitary, guys. Just please don't do it. Matter of fact,
you do it during the pandemic, so it doesn't matter at this point.
But I mean, look,
we've gotten to the point where we now are going to discriminate against people for eating butt during the pandemic, but you're going to say it's okay to eat butt during the pandemic.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that I'm willing to experiment.
What are you arguing right now?
I'm not arguing anything.
It sounds like
I'm just saying.
Like, what do we do?
I'm just saying that we're going down a road we don't need to go on.
As
a people.
It sounds like he's projecting right now. He put it on us.
I think
he
thought about it.
Been eating butt too much this pandemic, bro.
We appreciate y'all as always.
He thought about it, but he's like, nah.
You know, I wrap
fam.
There's nothing to contemplate. It's not happening. I don't give a damn. No, thank you. I don't want no part of it. I'm good. We appreciate y'all as always every week for coming out and fucking with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and
eat the booty.
Subscribe to the podcast.
I'm just kidding. Don't eat the booty.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
As much as you want. You can even eat booty while you watching the podcast. That would be fun. Record yourself eating booty while you watching the podcast. And just send it to. I don't know.
I'm just being open about my experiences. I'm not an advocate.
Care. I don't hate it, but it's just not for me. It's just like
you got your ass ate.
Never, ever.
Really?
Sydney will try to argue it down and said that Sydney will try to argue it down and say that you didn't do it, but you slipped one time for a half a second, and I was like, okay, that doesn't fucking count. If that happened, if I was like, and I was a little too overzealous.
It only happens when you.
But I ain't never ever was down. If I knew it, I was immediately like, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's your subconscious right there, telling you to come home, brother.
Yeah, that ain't it'll never be. It'll never be that.
No, fuck this.
He said you're missing out.
Fuck this.
You're missing out.
We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I'm not going for it. Take care of y'allself. We have a lot in store coming up for y'all. A lot more interviews, a lot more, a couple, maybe some one-on-ones, some prize guests coming on. My birthday.
We gotta vlog that.
That's gonna happen. Yeah,
like we have to.
We got a lot of shit going on. So.
Oh yeah, it is your 30th. Oh yeah,
you'll be low key about it though.
On the low down. Yeah.
Chris, like, it's my 30th. Yeah. Come party.
Turning 30 this year. You want to come party at my house and have?
I hope I get my dick sucked, please. Happy birthday to me.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We will see y'all very, very, very soon.
But not that soon.
Don't eat no booty. Don't eat no booty.
Please don't.
No, I ain't fucking with no booty.
Niggas talking, but they talking like it's big facts. We on bullshit. We don't got no time for that. Red fire air, what we breathing, dog. You a quarantine, baby, with your mask on. It's some niggas that don't wanna see us shine. It's okay, cause we deal with that energy all the time. On my grind, and I'm about to blow up just like a mine. I'm the rarest find, uncut gem of all time.
Hey, yo, Mike, turn it up, man.
Niggas with it, but then
Niggas with it.